If you guys haven't figured out how to do these 5 techniques yet in Genshin Impact, then what are you doing? Turn this game into Devil May Cry up your speed. Let's get into it. Now, the first technique, guys, is pretty simple here. This is going to be the R, aka the aim auto cancel. Very simple to do. So you fire your first 2 shots off and you go into aim mode and come back out as fast as possible. This allows you to fire off a lot of shots and be kind of mobile at the same time. So very simple to do. You just do your auto attacks, and then you put and hit your keybind for, guess what? Your aim mode, and then you go out. So very quick, you should not even get it out. Very quick, just like that. So auto, in and out, auto, in and out, auto, in and out, auto, in and out. That is number 1, the easiest one for you guys to get down. Now, this one is also going to be for bow users, and it's going to be very, very, very good for you here. This is going to be called the good old M1R cancel. So this is or charge attack focused character. So whether you're an Amber main or a Ganyu main, any charge attack from a bow can utilize this. Now, normally when you're charge attacking, right, you hold down, you let go, you hold down again, you have this sort of pace going on. There's also the R version, which everyone avoids unless you're maybe on mobile, because it's even slower. You see that giant delay in the next shot? What you do here is you combine the 2 of them. So what you do is you do your first shot with your normal attack. Just hold down your attack key. As soon as this arrow is released and your character starts putting her weapon away and that reticle starts disappearing, you go into aim mode and it's going to look something like this. And it's very quick, and you shave like 20% of the time off of your next shot. But after this shot, you're going to be stuck in this mode. So what you need to do is you need to dash out of it or jump out of it. This is going to increase the amount of DPS you can do by a pretty decent margin, especially if you're like a Ganyu main or an Amber main. This is very nice. If you find yourself charge attacking a lot with your bow characters, get used to doing this. It's very good, and you don't have to jump out of it. You can also dash, or you can jump right on out of it. The other thing that you can do, but you should not do, guys, and I know someone's gonna leave a comment down there, can I just like hit the button to get out of it? It's a little bit slower if you just hit your good old R key again, or whatever keybind you have for your aim mode. It's better to just dash right on out of it. It makes you mobile too. You're gonna be dodging a lot of attacks this way. So that's very, very good. That's gonna be the M1R animation cancel. One more easy to do one, a little bit harder than the other 2, but still easier than the final 2 that we're going to talk about here. This is going to be bunny hopping. Now, bunny hopping is basically you're sprinting and jumping into the enemy, into their hitbox. You kind of clip on top of their hitbox, and it kind of gives you a little bit of extra aerial maneuver so you can go ahead and plunge and attack them. So you can do this with any weapon. You don't need to hit the enemy even, but you can hit it, and we'll talk more about that technique that's still in the game at the end of the video. So if you want to practice this one, go to child, right? Sprint at him, get that sprint jump, clip right over his head, get that extra little bit of a elevation, and then go ahead and hit him with that plunging attack. So check that one out as well. Very useful against any mid-sized, human-sized enemies, child, hilly churls, some slimes out there. You can go ahead and do that one there. Now, expanding on the bunny hop, we're going into the Dragonstrike. Yes, it's still in the game, okay? It's still in the game. We just did it for footage for this video that we are recording and releasing today. Now, this one's a little bit more complicated than the good old bunny hop. The way you do this one here is you're basically abusing hit lag in Genshin Impact. Hit lag is what happens when the time sort of slows down a little bit when you're hitting enemies. Certain weapons have more hit lag. So claymores are technically the easiest weapon to utilize this technique in the game, but you can do it with all the other melee weapons in the game. So go ahead and try this one here. But the way that this works here is hit lag. What you're doing here is as soon as that flash of light that hits shows up as you're hitting an enemy starts popping up, you want to sprint and jump almost simultaneously. Sprint and then jump right away, and that's going to give you a boost of both vertical and horizontal speed, but we're looking for vertical speed here and vertical height, so you get up in the air fast enough and high enough so you can then plunge and attack them. Now, this is very tricky to do because it's almost frame perfect on sort of this technique here, and the way that I've learned to do it is sort of get that muscle memory down. Don't be reactionary. You can start by trying to be reactionary, like, okay, let's look for the flash, but after a while, if you're using the same character over and over, like Luke, like Noelle, like Eula, who can do this as well, or any other non-Claymore character, then you're going to be building a muscle memory, build that timing down. When I hit the attack key, it takes XYZ seconds for it to land in your brain. You'll process it over time, You'll just start doing it naturally, and that's going to be the big benefit there. Natural boost of damage, and you get to put some Devil May Cry in your game. But that's not all that this does here. Now, plunging attacks, small little caveat, is there's an internal cooldown on how often you can proc elemental reactions, right? Like Vaporize or Melt, whatever it is out there. Plunging attacks don't really suffer from that. So in some circumstances where you're doing reverse Vaporize or reverse Melt on some characters, you'll be able to get a Melt or Vaporize on your first swing, and you'll do the Dragonstrike and come down and Melt and Vaporize on your plunging attack as well. So this one's definitely something that you want to put some time and effort to get some more pizzazz and some more damage, and actually just kind of give yourself something a little bit extra to do skill cap oriented wise. In Genshin, the Dragonstrike is still there, and it has added a lot of enjoyment for me as a player of Genshin, and it's very fun to do. And it just looks cool, so just go do it. Now, the last one here is the ARC shot. That's the name of it. It's an auto attack, charge attack, animation can. It's a mess is basically what it is. So what this allows you to do is it's sort of like the M1R that we learned about before. But what this is, it's automatically, you're trying to animation cancel your R targeting mode into another R targeting mode. And it's very, very difficult to do, but you can pull this one off. So what you do here is you go into your R targeting mode. And as soon as you hit your left click to do your charge attack, as soon as you hit that button, you want to leave targeting mode and then hit the button for targeting mode again as soon as possible. You need to have Lightning McQueen fingers for this one, but if you do get it down, it is super satisfying because you'll be saving multiple seconds off of your charge attacks. Now, small caveat here, Ganyu cannot do this technique for whatever reason, but if you could and you mastered this one, man, she'd be pretty broken. Could you imagine that? Shaving all this extra time off of Ganyu's charge attacks, but other characters can do it. All the other bow charge attackers can do it. It actually gives Child something to do if you master this one, actually, outside of his melee form. Be spamming those charge attacks over and over and over. You can rain down damage on your foes with this technique. So that's a lot of cool stuff that really kind of expedites your speed and your damage and how much more techniques you can learn in Genshin Impact. And these are all things that anyone can learn. Free to play, pay to win, giant whale, non-existent plankton. It doesn't matter who you are, but these are things still in the game to this day as of the recording, and they're super fun to do and learn and master. If that's the kind of player that you are, go in there. You'll get a little bit of benefit and damage and stuff, but on top of that, you're gonna look so cool to your girlfriend or your boyfriend or maybe your mom when you're like, check out this Dragonstrike. Put them Totino's pizza rolls in the oven. Hey! So if you guys want to see more Genshin stuff, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like the video if you found this content enjoyable, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, guys.